Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Apothecary Diaries Season 2 episode number 13 reaction. Okay, the previous episode we were continuing from the episode before that. Mao Mao like fell on top of Jinshi, and then the whole section kind of went out in a weird way, like Mao Mao kind of realized that Jinshi is not a eunuch, but to like he she wanted didn't want to get into any of these court politics and stuff, so that's why she acted as if it was a frog, and and Jinx was pissed off at that. And like some stuff happens over there, but later on, like they get helped out. The dog comes and kind of like finds them. Yeah, by the end of it, Mama makes a plan to find out who's the person who tried to shoot Jinshi, and with her plan, they were able to figure it out and catch him red-handed. Yeah, he was taken away. Later on, like Mao Mao kind of apologized to Jinshi because she was like, yeah, like what, he was trying to confide in me, and I tried to like just brush it aside. So in a weird way, not a weird way, but in a different way, she kind of said that don't worry about it. Even if I know your identity, you're still Jinshi to me. I won't treat you in any way else. And Jinshi gave her the Ox Bozar or something like that, which she absolutely loved so much that she didn't even listen to Jinshi after that. But yeah, those type of things happened, and we also got to know Jinshi's true name. His name was Kazuigesu, I think. Yeah, yeah, something like that. And that's where it ended. So let's see what happens in this episode. This is the beginning of the second course, so I'm guessing like a new arc will be starting. Let's see. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, new opening. Okay. Oh, these are all. Whoa, even the cat? The masks? Oh, it's Miss Green Apple. Mrs. Green Apple. The person singing the song. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're going to see her dad again. We haven't seen him, in the first part of season 2. Okay, interesting. What's happening here? Wait, this is that girl, right? What was her name? Chisui or something? No. Oh, I kind of mixed up the name. The girl who went missing in season 1. And then we have Lolan, who I'm pretty sure she is that girl in disguise. What was her name? Shisui, yeah, and that girl's name was Suire. Hmm. Well, hmm. Hmm. Oh. Um. Mama, can you? I was gonna say, like, yeah, yeah, I guess. This girl, I'm pretty sure this is Lolan in disguise. Connections. I know where to make connections. What? Oh, okay, I see. Makes sense. Oh, will the 1,000? Hmm. Oh, I was going to say, do the concubines come here? But I guess not. Parents content small size. Okay. Hmm. Damn. Oh my god. She almost burnt herself. Oh my god. Yeah, what is. What is she, Kazuma? Oh boy. Yeah, I was gonna say it's shampoo. Hair cleaning soap. Hmm. Oh my god. I was gonna say. Oh boy. Oh my god. What? How much did she put on her head? Hmm. Hmm. People come here, like, I guess that's how she said, why she said that. The place to make connections. What? Wait, what did she do? She. Oh, she'll act. They'll act as like, okay. Hmm. Ah, that is true. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I guess the body hair. Oh, isn't that going to hurt? Oh, it does. Hmm. Yeah. This is how you make connections, and yeah. Okay. Hmm. I wonder why. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Right. Oh no. Ooh. Maybe do a little spy work. Oh no. Wow. Hmm. Mm. Right. Oh wow. Even that. Look. What? Why? Why would she be relaxed close? Because okay, that's why. Hmm. Okay. What? New. Didn't they? Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, from other. Yeah, the envoys. Castrated and live. Oh. Hmm. Oh Lord. She now knows that he's not. Oh, the frog. She's- Oh, that's the other. What was her name? Lishu. Yeah. Oh, these three. Okay. What? Uh, Why are you looking at her like that? Everyone's looking at her. Right. Hmm. Well, well, yeah, you're the one to. Yeah, okay. Oh, from other worker. Um, right. Yeah. Uh, yep, spy work. Okay, well. Harmless, mostly. Hmm. Damn. Okay, well. Oh boy. Well, yeah, you're going in the bath. Oh my god. Ah. Wait. Like a slice of chicken meat. Oh boy. Oh, Lishi. Yeah. Oh my god. What is going on? He's gonna. I was gonna say they'll be scared of her. Oh wait, body hair? Ah yes, that's why they're coming here. I guess. I don't know. Oh my god, people are gonna get freaked out when they see her because she's like one of the main. Oh boy. Well, as they said, it's better than razor. It hurts less than that. Damn. Hmm. Oh, okay. The gold juice. Yeah. Oh, ghost or something? What's going on? Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy. Well, great. Another ghost. Hmm. Okay, I guess we'll see what happens next episode. This will continue problem. Okay, new ending. Interesting. The opening and the ending both are focusing on these two. Like, Xiaolan, Xiaolan, right? Or Xiaolin and Shisui. Even the opening was like, focusing on these two. Okay, that is it. And that was episode number 13. Right, beginning of a new arc, and you know, the second core of the anime. We get to see a little bit of the, like the whole like bath, like that whole thing where wait, first and foremost, I need to double check. Her name is Xiaolan, right? Uh, Apothecary. Let me just double check. Yes, Xiaolan. Xiaolan was asking about like connections and stuff. That is why Shisui was like, yeah, I know the place to make connections, and brought them over here. And later on, Mama also comes here, along with that girl. What was her name? Sui. No. Uh, wait. The sisters. The youngest sister, I think she is. Just a minute. Right. Wait a minute. Mm, what is her name? Okay. Come on. Sekiyu. Okay, Sekiyu. I think one of their name was Haku, and I've forgotten their names. Oh my god. Anyways, I think for now we'll have to focus on Sekyu. So I'll need to keep her name in my head. Sekyu. So Sekyu also joined them in the bath later on for the massage session or whatever. And yeah, and this is where we meet concubine Lishu, Princess Lishu as well. And get in the end we get to know the reason why she's here is because apparently a ghost comes out in the bath, so she's scared to go there. That's why. Yeah, so that was the like the whole episode today, like a little summary. A few important things in today's episode. First and foremost, we like here's the thing. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but I in from that episode, the episode where they showed the ghost story episode, where they were in that place, and everyone like the 13 ghost stories, that episode. That is the episode from where I saw Shitsu, and I was like, this is probably Lolan. Now I I don't know. I'm still not 100% sure whether she's Zolan or not, but I have like this feeling in my head that she is Lolan because her eyes are exactly the same as Lolan. So I double checked later on as well. In that episode in itself, I double checked. I went and looked at Lonan's picture and looked at her face and her eyes, and then I looked at Shisui's face and her eyes, and it's exactly the same. So and there has been a few like things that always like bothered me is, like I said, that Lolan is too much of a mysterious character. She's been here from the very first season, even though she wasn't introduced from the very beginning. You could say I think she was introduced from the middle during the Ado situation. After that, but she has been there for quite a while, and we barely know anything about her. Like I don't know. I feel like there must be something going on with it, like some kind of a secret. And the nature of this show is obviously like we've seen there are a lot of things are like surrounded in mystery and suspense, and a lot of you could say like things that are there in front of us in plain sight, but we don't understand up until a certain point. So that is why I feel like there will be like in the future there will be a section where they'll reveal that Lolan is actually Shisui, and she's been sneaking out, just trying to, like, like, just, I don't know, like, mix with the other people, and that's how she became friends with Xiaolan and Mao Mao, something like that. But again, this is just like speculation, like a little thing that I have in my head. I might be completely wrong, but if I am, like, if I'm to believe that she is Lolan, then a lot of things today would make sense. For example, why does she know so much about so many things? Yeah, even Mao Mao in this today's episode, there was a section when she was saying that she looks like the type of girl who just runs around trying to, like, capture insects, but she is way more intelligent than I thought she was. There's also another section when Mao Mao noticed that she knows a lot of things going on over here. A lot of, like, inner workings and stuff, which would make sense if she's Lolan. It would all make sense. And yeah, but then again, that's not the only, like, like, thing that, like, that's, like, that's not really a good way to conclude that, yeah, she's Lolan. She might be, she might have gotten to know all of these from something else, or somewhere, some way or the other. But still, I just have a feeling that she is Lolan. I'm just gonna wait and see. Like, I feel like I get the feeling that this arc, this core, will probably have stuff about Lolan, because you see, in the very beginning part of today's episode, um, that part, there was a section where they showed Lolan, I think, like, sipping tea or something, and someone was telling Lolan something. You know, yeah, someone comes and tells her something, and she's like, I see. Yeah, if I this is definitely Shisui. In no way is this girl's, like, like, yeah, Shisui is Lolan. I'm very much sure. I'm looking at her face again, and it's the crazy resemblance. Like, she's, like, wearing makeup and everything, so it's a bit difficult. She has her hair done as well. This is Shisui. Okay, you know what? Let's just wait and see. I'm sure if she is actually Shisui, and she's, like, in disguise outside, then we'll get to know eventually, sooner or later. So let's just wait for that. Um, anyways, yeah. So I feel like this arc will probably focus a little bit on Lolan. So maybe we'll get our answers here. I don't know. Let's just see. Okay, but yeah, today's episode, nothing really much happened. Like I said, it was just them going to the make connection. Obviously, Xiaolan wanted to, like, like, make connections, and so that after uh, doing her part here, when she leaves this place, somewhere she can find some kind of job, something. So that's why she was asking Mao Mao, and Mao Mao was like, okay, let me think about it, and then, like, Shisui came in, and she was like, "Oh, I know just the place," and brought them here. And this place is special because obviously here a lot of concubines come. Obviously not the highest rank concubines. They don't come here. They are obviously, they have their own place. But the middle rank, concubines, and the lower ranks, they're also here. They I think, like, they mentioned the lower rank and the servants. They use the big baths where everyone, like, gets in together, and then we have this part, this middle part, where we have the middle ranked concubines coming here, and just having a good time. So, perfect place to get to know people, people who are in a higher position, and like, making connections with them, so that in the future they might, like, give you, like, like, a place to go to, or, like, some kind of a job. They can give you that, like, like, if a middle ranked concubine, if they start take a liking to you, they might tell you to help them out, and, like, help them out with a job or something like that. They even give them gifts. As you can see, they gave them, like, combs and other stuff, which also are fetch a good price in the market. So yeah, this is a good place. And how do you get in here? Obviously, they act as massagers. You know, she should like put on the little thing on her head, and she's like, "Let's go," and they go in and they massage the middle rank concubines and talk to them. You know, like kind of get to know them. And if they like you, they'll probably ask you, as we were saying, they were like, "Oh, when will you come back again?" And they were like, "Oh, day after tomorrow, I'll come back." And you know, they'll come back, then ask you for your massages again. And if they like you, they'll probably give you stuff. And maybe they'll, if they take such a liking to you, maybe later on when you'll need help, like maybe like you need a job or something, they can offer you stuff. So yeah, that's why. And that's why Xiaolan was very happy. She was like, you know, helping out with the massages and everything. Right. Now, the first day they went there, but then obviously Mama has to report this to, you know, Gyokyo and Hongyan. And Hongyan was, she knew that Hongyan is going to be pissed, but Gyokyo's like, act as a spy over there. Like, not a spy, but like, you know, just someone who, you know, like those, the gossip and everything that will be there, just bring those to us. That's how Mama was able to get permission to go back again. And you know, she kept her ears open from that point onwards, and they got to know a few things, few interesting things, what people talk about. For example, apparently Gokyo's pregnancy is pretty widespread. It's not even a rumor at this point. Everyone basically knows that she's pregnant. They're even talking about whether it's a boy or a girl, so that's how far this has gone. So that's not a secret anymore, so that's that. um, Even Li Hua's pregnancy is something that people are talking about, so that also people know. Maybe not as much as Gyokyo's pregnancy, but that also a lot of people knows. On top of that, there is also another rumor where people are speculating that even Princess wait, what was her name? Lohi, right? Yeah. Even she, no, Lolan, sorry. What the hell? Even she was pregnant. So, because, you know, apparently she's not coming outside and everything. People haven't seen her for a while, all that stuff. So, yeah, these are all the rumors. Now, later on, Sekyu also joins them because, you know, their sisters were, you know, her sisters were like, oh, like spend time with us, you know, instead of just spending time with the other girls who, you know, yeah. And so that's why in the end they were like, take our sister, you know, the youngest sister Sekyu, with you as well to the bath. So Sekyu also joined them by the end. And Sekyu's like the more, I guess you could say, introverted one, a little bit more shyer than her sisters, you could see. uh, so that's why her sisters were like, you need to get used to going to places without us, so go. And that's why she joined Mao Mao and her friends over there. Yeah. Anyways, so that was basically what was going on, you know, all these things. And then in the end, obviously, we have the Lishu, Princess Lishu section, where we help her out with the body hair, and she gives us juice, fruit juice, and then she confides in us and tells us that apparently there's a ghost, you know, a ghost in the bath. So that's why she cannot go there. She's coming here. That's why. Right, and there you go. I guess next episode we'll get more details on what type of ghost it is, when does it come, you know, all that stuff. More information, I guess. But yeah, that was today's episode. Okay, good episode, and yeah, let's see. Let's wait and see what happens. Oh, there was another section. I forgot to mention this part. In the very first scene, you see this scene where I don't know what the hell was going on here. Wait a minute. Let me see the rewatch that scene again. You see, there's like so many people just standing there with the like a scroll or something, and then there's this lady who's like next, and she comes forward. I'm not even sure if that's a lady or a dude. I think that is a girl, and I'm pretty sure that is that girl. What was her name in season one? The one who Mao Mao, you know, like the one who went in the coffin. You know, that girl, the one who just disappeared mysteriously. Um, is that her? I think so. Also, I just realized she has like scratches in her hand. I'm just looking at it now. She has like markings in her hand, like as if someone scratched her. Or is that even a okay? I'm not sure if that's a boy or a girl, but if that is that person, then that's a girl, obviously. That person from season one. If not, this might be someone else. They don't even show this person's face properly. I feel like that marking, the two, like, like scratch marks on her hand will be something important later on. I have no idea if that's her or not, but I don't know. The reason why I'm saying it's her is because of the facial structure. The facial structure really reminds me of. Oh, wait a minute, just a sec. Oh no, wait. You know what? You know what? Let's just wait. There's a few things that are kind of striking me a little bit odd. For example, what was this girl? You know the the girl in the end. What was her name? Kanna. The one who was with Lishu. She's also, oh boy, you know what? I have no idea what's going on here. That place was very, they're like hiding something in that section. I guess only time will tell. But the girl with Lishu, her facial structure and her hairstyle is also very similar to that person at the beginning. I'm just assuming that person in the beginning is that girl from season one, but that might not be the case at all. Maybe the person at the beginning of today's episode was that girl in the end. What was her name? Kanna or something? Kannan. Oh, wait a minute. About Kanan. Yes, Kanan. That's her name. Yeah. You know what? Let's just wait and see. Um, because the hairstyle is very similar. Either way, let's wait and see. I'm guessing they deliberately showed that scene in that way because obviously they'll reveal something in the future. But there's a mystery surrounding that section, and obviously something that is connected to Lolan, because immediately after that scene they showed Lolan speaking with someone, and that person told Lolan something, and Lolan was like, okay, or something like that. uh, yeah, that is why. Yeah, it's just, I think, like, it's just something that will be revealed later. For now, let's just keep watching and see how this goes. We need more clues to understand what's going on over there. But right, other than that, nothing much really happened in today's episode. It was basically just, them going to the bath, trying to, speak to these like middle rank courtesans, making connections and stuff. Um, Sekyu also joined us later on, and yeah, then talking to Lishu, Princess Lishu, and getting to know about the whole ghost situation or something. Right, and there we go. That was today's episode. That was my overall impressions on today's episode. Now, let me talk about this episode scene by scene. Let me see if I missed anything. Okay, in the very first scene, like I said, we get to that part where a lot of people are like standing, and there's few people looking at like some kind of a parchment, like a scroll, and then one of the dudes were like, next, and this person comes in front. Now I'm not sure who this person is. At first I thought this person is that girl from season 1, but now I'm kind of second doubting myself because Kanan also seems a lot like her, this person here. But since I'm seeing all of these other people here are like guys, like they're all male, so I don't know. Okay, this person says, "What's this? What's wrong with your leg?" And yeah, this person just keeps standing like that. Next we see Lolan immediately, the next scene, and a person comes, like, like I'm guessing one of her ladies in waiting, comes to her and tells her something, whispers her something, and she's like, "I see." There you go. That's it. After that, we get to Mao Mao talking to Xiaolan, and Xiaolan is like, "Okay, wait a minute. My term of service here is over in 6 months." Yeah, so after that, she's like, "What can I do? I don't have any type of, like, anywhere to go to. I don't have any connections here." So, she's like, "Mao Mao, do you know something?" And Mao Mao's like, if I can, like, give her, uh, take her to the Verdi's house, but then they'll probably try to make her a courtesan, and I don't think that's a good idea because she doesn't seem like the person who would be comfortable in those type of situations. So she's like, probably not. Then immediately she thinks of Jinshi, and then she's like, if I bring Jinshi into this, he'll probably mix Xiaolan into stuff where yeah, she doesn't want to get into. So let me just stop that as well, thought process as well. And this is where Shisui comes in, and when asked Shisui, Shisui's like, "Oh, I do have connections." Or it's correct to say, "I do know of a place where people with connections come and you can make connections." So obviously, getting intrigued by this, this thing, they were like, "Let's go to this place that you were talking about." So yeah, they take them to the bath, and in this bath, obviously, a lot of people come, a lot of like lower rank courtesans and maybe like servants. They use like the big baths. Then we have the middle rank courtesans. They who kind of go into like at the middle part with, like more personalized areas where they hang around and everything. So yeah, obviously that is the reason why a lot of people here. That's why Shizu said you can make connections here. So at first, obviously, before making connections, they have a little dip in their bath. So this section, we have them just just talking and like goofing around and stuff. They're like using shampoos and stuff. Yeah, and Xiaolon doesn't go in the bath because she's more accustomed to using like the like wiping her body. Mama's kind of accustomed to using baths, as you can see. She said like she used to use baths in the Veri's house, um, while Shisui here, she was obviously like just dipping in the bath herself as well. Um, Either way, when Mama asks like what is this connections you were talking about, so Shisui takes them to more in the inside and makes them like kind of act as massagers, get in, and these people, the middle rank courtesans, they start like oiling them up, massaging them, and yeah, so this is how you make connections. Obviously, if people like you, if the courtesans like you, they'll give you stuff. Maybe they'll give you some job or something as well. Yeah. Now Mao sees one of the middle ranked courtesans. Oh, she immediately deduces that this courtesan, the emperor, probably doesn't go to her that much because she's so like comfortable here. If she was like like one of the emperor's favorite or something, she would not let anyone touch her, like fearing for them trying to take her life or trying to have an attempt at her life or something. Because like yeah, it makes sense. So the fact that she's letting everyone touch her means that she doesn't really get much visits from the emperor. And she also kind of noticed that she has like some body hair, so so Mama goes and grabs the string thing, and she shows everyone how to do the whole string. And like, yeah, she first tries it on one of the other ladies, the servants there. um and they say that it's way less, like, it hurts, but it hurts way less than using a razor, so this is better. So then they do it. Mama like shows it to everyone, and one of the middle rank courtesans were like, "Oh, when will you guys come back?" And they were like, "Oh, day after tomorrow." So there you go. We're already making connections, I guess. Anyways, yeah. So that's that. Like, Xiaolan is happy. She wants, she's making connections, and she's going to come back here again. But Mama was fearing for Hongyang when what Hongyang would say. But Gyokyo was like, "Oh, don't worry, like, you can go, Mama, but just keep your ears open, and like, it's the best way you can get to know more about what people are talking about. So, and you'll come and report all of those to me." So obviously Hongyang couldn't really say anything at that point, because it is true. It will help them get a better understanding of what other people are talking, what's the rumors circulating in the streets, all these things. So she's like, "Okay, whatever." Um, so yeah, Mama goes and keeps an ear out for all the rumors. And like I said, there's a few rumors going around. Obviously, Gyokyo's pregnancy is already out and about. Everyone knows about it. Same with Lihua as well. And the other rumor is people saying that even Princess Lolan is pregnant or something, because she hasn't shown her, um, you know, face outside. I think something like that. Here we go. It's been over 6 months since concubine Lolan arrived. Um, as the daughter of Master Shisho, important official since the last emperor's reign, became a high-ranking concubine with a huge fanfare. Emperor has to spend time with her. In this case, that there's 3 of the 4 high-ranking concubines pregnant. Yeah. Anyways, all those things. Yeah. Okay. Now, after all of that, Xiaolan talks about a certain eunuch is here apparently, who's like very good looking or something, and some new eunuchs have also, like, come here or have been added. Immediately, Mama was like, "But didn't they stop, doing that?" So here, Shisui said, "Here we go. I thought they stopped performing the surgery that makes them." Shisui says like they're former slaves. Uh, Slaves. I thought we didn't have them in our country. And she says, "I think from foreign races. I hear there are some countries that castrate and enslave foreigners. So maybe they escaped or were rescued from those places. 30 of them, maybe they're Mulan." Okay, so basically they're saying like other countries probably did that, and they probably ran away from there and came here, and that's why I guess we took them in. And we didn't really make them into eunuchs, they already were. And they ran away from there. So, basically that. That's why I said like maybe there was like some kind of a raid that happened. So, 30 of them there are. Maybe we rescued all of them. Again, Mama was like, she seems like she only cares about insect, but it's actually quite smart. Now, a lot of hints, like I said, which is kind of hinting about her being Princess Lolan, but I don't know. I might be wrong, but yeah. Okay, so this is where the Jinshi's, like, the conversation goes to Jinshi again, and Mama immediately remembers Jinshi's frog. Oh boy. Okay. Anyways, this is while they were having all this conversation, they get to see like, Princess Lishu over there. Um, right. Next, we see Mama with the 3 sisters in front of them. So they were like, drinking tea, and one of them were like, "How did you end up coming in?" So Mama was like, "Oh, I was like the poison tester, and yeah, short staffed, I got sent here as a poison tester." But they're like, "No, what we want to know is why is Gyokyo, who rarely trusts anyone, so comfortable with you?" Right, which is true. Obviously, even if she's a poison tester, it doesn't really like, it makes no sense. Why would she be so friendly with Yokio? There must be something going on. So obviously we know why, because like in season 1 we saw what happened with the whole situation, how she saved you know her life and all those things we know. So but anyways, Mama's like, okay, makes sense. They're probably looking suspicious why the random ass person like me is suddenly friends with her. So she's like, you know, yeah, like I'm just a poison tester. That's that. Okay, this is where they bring up the fact that she has made a lot of friends on the outside. Please try to keep it under control. When a senior worker in this unfamiliar pavilion keeps wandering off without us, we feel a bit lonely. Especially Sekyu, the youngest of us, who's the same age as you. Yeah, so they're basically like, you're just going out having fun, but we're just here like on our lonesome. Like, we feel a bit left out, right? Especially Sekyu, who's a lot closer to your age. So seeing you go around and just having friends talking to them, while she's just here, just standing around with no one to speak to, she feels a little bit left out as well. So yeah, and then mom was like, okay, then come with us. Come with me to the baths. And her sisters were like, yeah, go ahead. Like you need to, you need to, like little by little get more comfortable with yourself and other people. You need to gain more freedom and get accustomed to talking with other people. So go ahead, and yeah, there you go. And then we see Seikyu is like in front of Shishitsui and Xiaolan, who are like literally just, you know, bothering her. Oh boy. And she's a bit shy, so she's kind of in the spot. Either way, right, that's that. And after that, they bring Seikyu to the inner like in the place where the massages are happening. So, Mama asks her to, like, put the oil and everything. They kind of work together. And yeah, that's that. After that, later on, when it's kind of the evening time, Lishu is seen again, and Lishu falls down. So does Kanan, and both of them are on the ground. So Mama's like, tries to help them up. What? Looking at her, they both of them are scared. Oh boy, because obviously stuff happened if you remember with them. Anyways, Mama sees that she has like cuts, not cuts, but like little scratches in her body. So she realizes that she's using like the razor. So she's like, "Come, I'll help you out." So she takes her and uses the string and everything to take care of her body here. In the end, after the treatment, right, this part, they like Mama says like wait, are you not accustomed to stuff like this? Yeah, and Kanan says that yeah, you could say that. In the Diamond Pavilion, nobody cares that much about the details. Okay, so here we get to know. Before that, she'd gone to a monastery. Lady Lushu was an infant when she first entered the Rare Palace as a part of political scheme. Yeah. After the late emperor passed away, she entered a monastery. Then she was made into a concubine again and came back to the Rare Palace. Yeah, it's a pretty messed up story, pretty cruel story. Right. Anyways, after that, they like she's like, come, I'll treat you to like a little fruit juice. And this is where Mama asks, like, why are you here in the first place? Don't you guys have like personal baths? And she's like, apparently a ghost comes out. And Mama's like, what? Ghost? And that's where it ended. So yeah, let's see what this ghost is about. Next episode we'll get to know more about that, I think. And yeah, so that is it. That was my reaction to episode number 13 of Apothecary Diaries season 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Apothecary Diaries. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.